is winners final. The winner of this one, punching their tickets to
Monk.
grand, Rivers versus Sansko. Funny monkey versus large turtle. What you got?
Oh, man, I am a big fan of the Rivers Diddy. Have been for quite some time. Very glad to see its resurgence in Ultimate. And to know that it accompanies the Elysian Swordmaster is always a pleasure. For this particular matchup, though, I'm curious to see what's up Rivers' sleeve, because I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for Diddy to sort of lose control, because Bowser could just sort of swing through it. I'm expecting a lot more of the passive play that we're seeing out of the first 30 seconds of this match. Like, Popgun and Banana in hand, there's really no reason for Rivers to give up any control. It's just force out little bits of damage here and there, because if Bowser gets in, it's big swing time.
Yeah, and it's funny how we were talking about the life cycle of this game. Diddy Kong did not see a whole lot of play at the beginning of the of Ultimate's life cycle, and oh my gosh, we might be seeing a bit more of a flatter Diddy on this stock number 2, if only because Bowser sat on them. The whole thing was with that Hangman, if my memory serves me correctly, is just a lot of those people that played Diddy went on to play Inkling instead at the beginning of this game's life, simply because there was not a whole lot that Diddy could do with the confirms that they had. There weren't a whole lot of ways to kill. All the kills got nerfed. So now that seems to have changed, what is it that is drawing not just the old guard back to Diddy Kong, Rivers included, but what's bringing other people to this character now? Because we're seeing a resurgence of Diddy in these Wi-Fi brackets.
I feel like a lot of what's bringing Diddy back to play, outside of like just the strict benefit of buffs that Diddy's received in the past couple of major character balance updates, is just like a more proper understanding of Diddy's tools and where his strengths lie in Ultimate. Because when you compare Diddy to previous iterations of Smash, you see a lot of his strength is found in how well he can pressure shield. Like, that was a lot of his value in Brawl and in Smash 4, the fact that this character just locked you up. You were just straight up in prison if Diddy Kong had Banana in hands. Ultimate doesn't really give him that kind of leverage, but he still is able to control stage very well. However, the problem that I personally find with Diddy Kong is his lack of ability to really confirm kills off of a single hit. And I feel like that's going to be especially prevalent against a target like Bowser, who is just going to take a little bit more effort by nature of his size to rack up the damage for killing.
Yeah, I mean, that seemed to be the case. There was a whole lot of effort that was required for Diddy that perhaps could have been achieved easier with Inkling, certainly with that with those up airs, and you were basically given Diddy's Smash 4 fare anyway if you were an Inkling main, so that might have played into it as well. Rivers sitting at 55% now, one stock away from losing this thing. However, you're one big hit away from taking the second stock off of Sansko, but that's kind of the problem. Whenever you see these Bowsers getting these red numbers, that generally means you're in trouble, and Rivers deciding to clean that right up.
Yo, Stu, you know what Sansko's Bowser reminds me of?
Go ahead.
You ever played Left 4 Dead? Do you know the tank? The tank reaches a certain threshold of damage, and he just starts swinging at everything. Everything must go. Every button press.
You know, I never drew the comparison before, but oh my goodness, if you're not actually 100% right. Rivers, however, is swinging away, not showing any fear, but perhaps fear is in fact a survival mechanism, particularly when you're going up against the King Koopa. That is going to be a huge dropkick to the entire being of that Diddy Kong. And Sansko going up by a score of 1-0. Rivers leaving it just a little too late.
Yo, my man said fight and flight with that last interaction. Like, that was just ridiculous.
Yeah, real talk.
And, like, it's a shame because, like, I feel like Rivers had such a commanding control of the stage, from base plat to ledge to platforms. Like, with the Banana in hand, he really was devastating, especially after his last string. But the problem was that at no point did he see an opportunity to, like, really connect it into a convincing kill. It was only after he started swinging arms left and right where we really saw Rivers line up the kills. But moving into Game 2, let's see what he's able to change up to adjust properly. Otherwise, Sansko is going to be walking away with the win.
But that was just such good DI by Sansko to avoid that. And this is best of 3 territory. So
Best of 5, yeah.
best of 5. I should have. For some reason, I was about to say first of 3, but then
I think we're
my mind
proper
said best of 5, and then it just combined the 2. So yeah, you're right. Best of 5 though. Oh my! Oh, excuse me.
You know, very fitting to the 25M music that's playing in the background here. It's just monkeys a-blazing.
Dude, it actually hit so hard it paused my stream. Let me get back to it. There we go. And that is River is only taking, what was that? Just no damage, I think it was.
Yeah, no, there's a straight 0 though.
Yeah.
Like right now, Rivers is just going off.
It actually knocked my stream out for a second. I'm not even kidding. That's how authoritative that was. Rivers, godlike, actually knowing. Oh, and again with
just
the
in case
dare.
you missed it from the right side, let's get it from the left side too. There you go. Oh, by the way, Rivers isn't done yet. No, he's pressing all them buttons.
That's what I'm saying. No, you are just playing to the crowd, folks. Sometimes you don't have to. Like you can sign up for the class on UEF in order to learn. You got to play them in Smash to get educated, straight up. That is what Sansko is doing right now. Is being taken to school. Does get 1 stock off of Rivers here on FD, but Rivers is just absolutely, I mean, domination right now seems to be the word that comes to mind, and I really don't know if there's a need for another one.
Not that I would ever wish any ill upon any competitor, but I really do hope that Rivers cleans up this last stock if Sansko quickly, because I'm not trying to listen to these 8 notes for another 2 minutes.
It's kind of funny.
Stock and Smash just played. He really let this happen.
It's amazing.
Is that what you want to call it?
Music counter picks are the new meta. Are you kidding me? And there you go. Once off the right, once off the left, and another one off the top. Going around the world is our Jersey boy turned Florida resident, as we're going to take one more look at that on the replay. Quick 0 to death, and the back air is just finding their mark so consistently. The monkey flip into the trip and catch a body, kid.
We have the nair to down air on the right side, and I think did we get the angel drop on the left side? Yeah, angel drop. Oh, you love to see it.
The forbidden Jersey Tex. I mean, you gotta appreciate that. And Sansko getting that one back with the back air. Rivers getting maybe a little too flippant on that second stock, but yeah, making up for that real quickly. You had to miss with the sit, and of course, Rivers is going to make you sit after that one. So, drawn up at 1 apiece, Sansko is going to have to think about their counter pick now. What are you thinking here?
Stay away from the ledge, I think, is just the name of the game here. Like, it was straight up, like, anytime we saw how well Rivers was able to pressure Sansko to the ledge, it was just wheelhouse. Like, straight, just Rivers show. But anytime the battle was towards center stage or there was any clear landing, any clear escape, really, for Sansko, things very quickly fell out of favor for Rivers.
That was.
So I actually think this pick to Town City was brilliant from Sansko. I just hope for his sake that he's able to actually take control of the stage and take advantage of the fact that there's a lot of escape routes for him.
And now, missing on the down smash. Rivers just a little too quick, teleports behind them, and they're going to try to capitalize on Sansko being made to move around just a little bit too much. F smash is not going to find its mark. And yeah, might be looking for that angel drop yet again. Sansko is not going to let that happen. Will in fact connect with that back air. And yeah, Rivers is looking pretty fluid right now. Oh, but I said that until yeah.
See,
you
I feel like
just put me up to dry, man. I don't appreciate that.
Hey, listen, you got to learn. Rivers got to learn. Everyone's got to learn eventually. You can't just be swinging on Bowser. Bowser swings back, and Bowser swings harder. Doesn't matter who you play in this cast. Outside of maybe some moves you can count on one hand across the entire cast, Bowser's swinging harder than you if you're swinging at him.
Yeah,
and I feel like we're seeing the problem once again where, like, Rivers can take control of the stage, build up damage, all he wants, but if he can't confirm his kill, what does it matter? What does it mean? We see him putting up 3 up smashes. Can I get a 4th? Give me a 4th.
I mean, give it some time, but yeah, that's gonna have to come. That's gonna have to come later on. Now you're gonna have to fight through these low percentage, nonsense. And again, you know that you're going to have to deal with the effects of Tough Guy unless you're planning on dash attacking them 60 times in a row. So it's going to be a matter of how efficient you can be, especially getting Bowser into the air and certainly punishing those get-ups. I feel like maybe Sansko is just a little bit out of range to get a whole lot out of that roll. So perhaps a miscalculation on Rivers' part, but still not doing too badly, having Sansko up to 80%. And this is the Angel Drop yet again. Shout out to the Garden State and Rivers. This is doable all of a sudden.
I mean, it's doable, but it's still dangerous. Especially because Sansko seems to be very proficient in how well to cover the ledge. If he just develops a plan for dealing with Monkey Flip, I think it's honestly way more dangerous for Rivers here. And shouldn't be a wrap. But we're not in that situation right now.
If this sounds rhetorical, it's because it is. At what point is Bowser not dangerous? I'll give you that.
He's dead.
Oh, okay. That is.
A good Bowser's a dead Bowser.
There's something to be said about that, as Sansko is going to try to make you eat your words at the very least, evening things up at least in the numerical sense. But this is dangerous. Oh, slips on the banana. Well placed by Rivers, who's going to try to find their mark. Sansko trying to cover every single option, but slips on the banana, gets caught in the monkey flip. And now the back air going to give themselves a decisive advantage, looking for the Angel Drop yet again, and a reverse 3-stock from Rivers is all it needs, and the Rapids carrying Sansko away, and Rivers over to a 2-1 set lead. Wow, really Hangman!
Whenever Rivers was able to take control of the match at the ledge was where it fell completely into their favor. But every other point, Sansko did not give up. Lots of damage, didn't care. No stage control, didn't care. Down a stock, honestly, he was fighting with the lead the whole time. Like, he was doing amazing. It's so daunting because you lose just that little bit of control, and it goes straight to hell for you.
Yeah, and it just makes you wonder because that was Rivers who was able to dictate what Sansko did that entire time, and maybe Sansko getting a little too button happy and letting Rivers get all those connections, and really just like that was tripped up by the banana that entire last stock of Rivers, where we saw Sansko, yes, lived up to 180%, maybe not an uncommon sight on Town and City, but nevertheless, that's their responsibility. And of course, Sansko saying, "Give me the run back. I had you dead to rights." And you cannot say that game was not mine for the taking. Excuse me. Now I'm stumbling over my words. Everyone's stumbling when the banana's out, Hangman.
Mister, what do you think Diddy does with the bananas? We only ever see it with the banana peel.
I shudder to think, but either way, might just be joining them down in the blast zone, as Rivers is unfortunately going to lose that first stock, and that is not the sort of mistake that you want to be giving Sansko. And you let them have this stage pick, and really this was Rivers', excuse me, but
I mean, to
might as well have been Rivers, honestly, the way that they came back. They know this stage inside and out.
Like, even though I think this is a really good stage for Sansko to have picked, Rivers is navigating it amazingly. And I think the key here is Monkey Flip. It's just, Sansko hasn't really developed a plan for Monkey Flip. Like, Rivers has been able to move about the stage so freely. And it's really only ever when Rivers is just at a loss of movement options, we really see Sansko, like, clinch down on him.
Ooh. And again, yeah, that's Rivers, I guess, offering them a stock with that SD, but taking it right back in that game number 2. This domineering Bowser from New York State. I'm not exactly sure where, but nevertheless, Sansko right now having a tough time dealing with the ground speed of Rivers than just the practiced movement. This is from a decade plus of experience, it seems like. And if I got the number wrong, I'm definitely going to miss high, because this is a very experienced, educated Diddy that we are seeing right now.
A smart monkey. A
Very
smart
smart.
monkey.
Absolutely. You know what? You train him enough. You press the right buttons. You give him enough peanuts, and definitely that monkey is going to grow into one of the bigger brained specimens on the planet. As Sansko has been learning all too personally throughout the course of this best-of-5 set. Rivers 1 game away. However, needs to take 2 consecutive stocks now off of Sansko if they want to punch their ticket into winners final. But before they do that, they're gonna punch a few holes in the chest of Bowser. Now he's just 1 stock separating him from Grands.
And this is honestly a better situation than what Rivers had ahead of him in Game 3. Like, less damage, greater sense of stage control. The fact that it's during the transitional point of the stage, meaning he doesn't have to worry about Sansko repositioning off of platforms. Which, now that I bring it up, I think is how Sansko's been able to keep a very steady pace in these games on Town and City, with how well Sansko's using the platforms. But again, Monkey Flip is really just throwing a wrench into that game plan.
There you go. There are nothing that Rivers cannot disrupt, including the game plan of any well-practiced Bowser. That is Rivers in Grand Finals of an MHG bracket yet again. Welcome home, kid. It's like he never left. And
I can only hope that tonight brings
I could watch
us
those angel drops all day, man.
Tweet. Yo, do the kids these days know about the angel drop? Do people know why we call it the angel drop?
Yeah. You tell them the Angel Cortez stuff, man. Expose the story
legend.
For us, please.
Legend of the tri-state area, Angel Cortez, pioneer of Diddy. When he was one of the first to really start Z dropping the banana and do stuff with it. But of course, specifically referring to the angel drop, Z dropping at the ledge, just to pop someone just a little out of the way, eat the down air. And seeing it back to like Diddy Kong for me has always been one of my favorite characters in Smash to watch. As a spectator, as a commentator, I love watching Diddy Kong and seeing just that little thing that we can call our own from Tri-State. From honestly one of the most chill dudes in all of Tri-State history. I love seeing it.
It's one of
I
those.
also love seeing Rivers and Winterside Grands.
It's one of those